Hey folks, Barry from Levels here again for the second half of our advanced glove puppet project. Okay, so this section of the project comes in two parts. One of them is painting, and for that, you're going to need, well, paint. I recommend acrylics or poster paint. We also need some paint brushes, a couple of various sizes. Then, to make the body, you're gonna need some paper and a Sharpie to make a pattern, our scissors as per usual, a needle and thread. I like our old friend the glue gun. You could also use Elmer's glue or craft glue if you needed to, but this is really going to be the most helpful for doing a project like this. I'm probably going to use pom-poms for my eyes, but you can use whatever you want. And some fabric. Now the fabric you're using for your main body glove should be approximately 12 inches high by approximately 16 inches wide. That's so that you can fold it and have a folded rectangle approximately 12 inches high and approximately 8 inches wide. So just make sure your hand fits in the rectangle with room to spare. If your hand's a little bigger, you may need a bigger piece of fabric. If your hand's smaller, you might get away with a smaller piece of fabric. Okay. So now we're ready to start painting our puppet's head. Gronk, are you ready for some paint?
Oh, yeah. I feel not quite myself.
So what we're gonna do is mix up some paint. Now, I am not a big fan of using normal human colors on a puppet. I think it makes them relatable to everybody if they are some strange off color. So now I'm gonna lay in what's called the base coat, and I'm gonna do that just by sort of scrubbing some paint in. Now, we have a very textured puppet here, so rather than just do some nice little strokes over the outside, which you'll notice I miss a whole lot when I do that, I'm gonna just sort of scrub it in like I'm scrubbing my tiles. And there, I think I've got a coat on him right now. So cool. I am gonna want two different tones here. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take some of my base coat here. I'm gonna wanna make a shadow color and a highlight color. For my highlight, I'm gonna mix it with a little white. And for my shadow color, I could mix it with blue, but I think I'm gonna be a little bold here and mix it with a little bit of purple. Well, first of all, I'm gonna darken the inside of the mouth with just some straight purple. Now, I'm gonna mix some purple in with my base color. Now, anybody who's ever worn makeup knows this. Light colors come forward at you, and dark colors recede away from you. So what I'm gonna do here, first of all, let me see. I'm gonna kind of darken the sides of the face a little bit. And you know what? I'm gonna wanna shade the inside of the ears too. And I'll go a little under the chin here, and maybe on the sides of the nose too. I'll put some really dark purple in the eye sockets. There we go. And that's gonna be my highlight color. I'm gonna accentuate his brow because cave people are all about that big heavy brow. I'm gonna take a larger brush, like this guy over here, and I'm gonna dip that back in my base color. And I'm gonna sort of dab it off on here so that I don't have a ton of paint gooping all over everything. I'm just gonna sort of dry brush over this a little bit and take down that shadow. Look at that, see? Bob Ross used to say, just use 3 hairs and some air. I'm gonna take just some pure white and take a little bit of blue and mix it in so that basically I've just got a bluish white, and maybe there's a couple of areas that I want to play with just to bring them out even more. ears are funny. You don't want to go too detailed with ears, but you also don't want to go too undetailed with ears. So I'm gonna, maybe I'll do that little shape so that you can kind of, do like a little G and a backwards G. Oh, and his name is Gronk. So that's kind of perfect, isn't it? In a little while, you're going to be dry, and we will give you a face and hair and a body.
Oh, that's very good. Yes, me very happy about that.
You want to form your hand into the classic Mr. Spock position. That's the position you're going to be operating the puppet in. Neck, arm, arm. What I've done here is traced around these fingers so that I get an outline of them. Now, this isn't perfect yet. What I'm going to do is add a little space around the edge for cutting out the fabric that's going to make the body. You want to make sure there's enough of your fabric to fold it in half and be able to fit your pattern on it. You can extend the bottom of the puppet down further if you want to. And then you're going to cut it out. All right, and now we have two pieces that look like that. And then from there, sewing is actually rather easy. Just don't poke your fingers. If you go in and out and in and out like that and pull your thread through, now you're going to sew from the bottom of the puppet all the way around the arm and a little bit onto the neck. And then on the other side, do the same thing. But it's really important that you leave most of the neck area open, and especially that you leave the bottom of the puppet open so you can get your hand in.
Gronk have body. Gronk still not be able to see, but that okay.
These are, of course, all fake fur. I do not use animal fur for anything. When I cut this fur, I want to be really careful to use tiny cuts and try just to cut the backing, the fabric on the back of the fur, because if you just start chopping fur wildly, it's going to go everywhere. Your house will be filled with fur. And apply some glue. Little glue on Gronk's chin. I have another fake fur here that I just thought was perfect for a caveman. It's like a leopard. Just make sure you have a ton of room. Because again, if you restrict your puppet now, you will have wasted so much good work. For eyes, I always like the pom-poms. I like the contrast of the orange against the blue and the purple. And he needs pupils. So I'm just going to take a little piece of my black cardboard. Oh, we spent so much time making him, and now here he is. So let's see what he can do.
Good evening, Neanderthals of all kinds. My name Gronk, and I, inventor of fire. Welcome to Gronk's TED Talk. Gronk want to thank Ted Caveman over there, who invent TED Talk. Ted is funny name for caveman, but Gronk does not judge. Okay, now Gronk will show everyone how Gronk make fire. Gronk need two things. Here, take one and stick it in ground, right there. Okay, and then Gronk take other stick and rub it against first stick. Behold, Gronk make fire. Gronk make fire. Gronk on fire. Gronk on fire. Gronk have to invent a fire extinguisher very fast. Excuse Gronk.
And that's about it. This time Gronk is gonna say,
Gronk, hope this work for you.